Hi guys, welcome back to Forgetful Scholar, and this week we're going to chat about books. So I went to my thrift store, my secondhand bookstore, and I might have done a little shopping. So this is the books I've gotten, so a little thrift book haul. So I got, it depends how you look at it. I either got 5 books for $20 or I got 11 books for $20. Look at me doing basic math. Because 3 of the books are 3 books in one. So, you know, that equals to 11 because I can do basic math. Okay, so the first book is a cozy mystery. It's by Maggie Selfton. It is Close Knit Killer, a knitting mystery. Okay, let's see. Okay, springtime in Fort Connor, Colorado is a breeze until a veteran con man shows up in town. Everyone, including the house of lamp-spun knitters, is up in arms, and once again, it's up to Finn, to untangle the threads of a complicated crime. Years ago, Jared Rosali operated a Ponzi scheme that defrauded countless Fort Connor residents, including Barbara, one of the shop knitters. Jared went to jail for his crime. But after being released for good behavior, he's back to ruin more lives. When Jared is found dead in his car outside of Lambspun, Barbara becomes a prime suspect. Much to the shock of the knitting community, Kelly and her friends now need to sort through a long list of fleeced subjects to pin the crime on the true killer. So when I was looking for another cozy mystery, and when I picked it up, I just liked the vibe of it because it kind of made me think of Murder, She Wrote, which I love. So I was like, oh, okay. I love unconventional detectives, and I especially love them when they're like older. You know, the in their 20s and that's fine, but I kind of like it when they're more the older. I just like feisty, you know, elderly people. I like them. I like reading about them. I enjoy them in books. Secondhand characters, first characters. I just like them. So I thought this could be fun book to pick up. I know it's not the first or even, I don't know what number it is in the series, but my experience with cozy mysteries is that sometimes that doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter. They're more episodic than anything else. So I'm hoping I'm hoping I enjoy it. Now the second one is a YA fantasy because I've mentioned before I'm trying to bridge out into fantasy literature a little bit more, and YA literature in particular is just because some of the tropes I really can't stand, but I'm trying to be a little bit more open-minded about it and, you know, get into it a little bit more. So this is Edmund Springs, Open the Book That Unlocks the Secret by Matthew Skeleton. Is that an H or an N? I think, right, that's little, is that an H or an N? What do you guys think? Anyway, the tagline, you know, Open the Book That Unlocks the Secret, really grabbed me, and I thought it was interesting. Also, the pages, I know they're probably not going to come out but they feel more like parchment paper, and I thought that was interesting. So, okay. In the dead of night, a cloaked figure drags a heavy box through the snow-covered streets. The chest, covered in images of mystical beasts, can be open only when the fangs of the serpent head class taste blood. Centuries later, in an Oxford library, a boy touches a strange book and feels something pierce his fingers. The volume is blank, wordless, but fine lines run through the pages and they seem to quiver as if alive. Words begin to appear in the book, and words only the boy can see. So I thought that sounded really, really, really interesting, right? I was like, that could be fun. I do like the trope of the chosen one. It just has to be done really well. And I just thought that would be a lot of fun. And again, I'm trying to branch out a little bit more. Get more into the fantasy book genre. Let's see. And now these are the 3 books in 1 book. And when I saw them, I audibly gasped in the store, because you know how there are readers who really love Harry Potter series, the Twilight series, you know, it's kind of like their childhood book that they grew up with, and they like meant a lot to them, like a book that they discovered a love for reading, things like that, right? Well, this series is it for me. It's the Night World series by L.J. Smith. Now, you might know her. She's the one that wrote The Vampire Diaries and also The Circle. The Circle, I fell in love with it, and then I read The Vampire Diaries. I didn't like those books so much. It's one of those rare instances where I think the show kind of was better than the books. But then my big sister had the Night World series, and I devoured them, and I freaking was obsessed with them. So these are like that kind of book for me. You know what I mean? So like I said, Night World series, and this is volume 1. And like I said, they have 3 books in one. So this one has The Secret Vampires, Daughters of Darkness, and Spellbinder. And this is L.J. Smith again. So, so excited. Okay. Vampires, werewolf, witches, shapeshifters, they live among us without our knowledge. Nightworld is their secret society, a secret society with very strict rules, and falling in love breaks all the laws of the Nightworld. And this is a very YA fantasy. Like, I think the raunchy stuff that happens is a kiss. Like, it's very, like, I want to say age appropriate YA, you know? And I'm so freaking excited. Sorry. Did I have to edit because I started reading a volume of this? Yes, I did. I apologize. I'm just really excited about it. So, in Secret Vampire, Poppy thought the summer would last forever. Then she's diagnosed with terminal cancer. Now Poppy's only hope for survival is James, her friend and secret love. A vampire in the night world, James can make Poppy immortal. But first, they both must risk everything to go against the laws of the night world. So, the vampires in Night World are so fascinating because daylight doesn't really bother them. You could be born a vampire and you could stop your aging at a certain point or not stop your aging at all, which is fascinating. I forget which book it's in, but there's one instance of a woman who didn't. A vampire who didn't stop her aging because she didn't want to, which was really interesting. And you could also be turned into a vampire, and those who are turned don't age. So it's really like the vampire lore in this is so fascinating. And Ash is in one of these volumes, and I don't remember which one. Ash the vampire. I love him so much. He's more like Damon from the Vampire Diaries, the show. Because Damon in the book is not like he is in the show. But Ash is a lot more like Damon in the show. And I love him so much. So I can't wait. Okay. I'm so excited. I'm so ridiculously excited about these 3 books. Fugitives from the Night World, 3 vampire sisters leave their isolated home to live among humans in Daughter of Darkness. Their brother Ash, that's Ash, that's okay, is sent to bring the girls back, but he falls in love with their beautiful friend. Ash, okay, can't wait, alright. Two witch cousins fight over their high school crush. It's a battle between black magic and white magic in Spellbinder. Now, if I remember that correctly, that one is a lot more complicated than what that little synopsis pointed out to be. Because it just deals with family relationships, and sometimes you might not like your family member, but you still care about them. Like, it's a lot more complicated than what that seemed in that one. So the second volume of the Night World, guys, you're going to get so tired of me talking about the Night World, but I don't even care because I'm so excited. This one includes Dark Angel, The Chosen, and Soulmate by L.J. Smith. And again, these Night World later, there's certain books that have to do with like prophecy and chosen one and stuff like that. But just let you know, the writer never finished that part of it. So really just read them as standalones, and they're just so good. They're just so good. At least I remember they're so good. I really, really hope that it's not nostalgia blinders, and if I read them, I'm not gonna like them. I think I just freaked myself out a little bit thinking about that. Okay. No, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. Okay. In Dark Angel, Jillian is saved from drowning by her guardian angel, only to be only visible to Jillian. Angel will fulfill her heart's every desire, but when Angel starts making strange and sinister requests, Jillian must question who he truly is and where he came from. Armed with a wooden stake, martial arts, and the will to resist a vampire's mind control, Rochelle struggles to avenge her mother's death in The Chosen. She meets Quinn, her soulmate, who is part of the world she has vowed to destroy. Hannah receives notes warning her of an incredible danger in soulmate. But if death is her destiny, is the Lord of the Night World's love strong enough to save her? Oh, I remember that one. Oh, soulmate. It's such a good reincarnation story. Oh, like flashbacks. Like, oh my God, childhood flashbacks. That is such an incredible reincarnation story. Like, unbelievably heartbreaking and beautiful. Okay, I have to put down before I start reading it. Okay. Okay. And the last one, Night World number 3, Huntress, Black Dawn, and Witchlight. Is this the one with Jazz? Because I absolutely freaking love Jazz. Jazz is a character in one of the books. She's actually half vampire, half human, which isn't really supposed to exist, but does. And she is the first time, because I didn't read these in order when, you know, I was borrowing them from my sister, when I was like middle grade, I think. Anyway, and Jazz was like a badass, but still a sweetheart. Like, she wasn't mean or sarcastic. At least I don't remember her being. She was like generally a nice person, but she also was like a superhero, you know? I remember just adoring her, but I could, again, be misremembering. Like, this was like a billion years ago. All right. The apocalypse is drawing near, but 4 wild powers can save the world from the impending doom. Circle Dawnbreak is the underground organization with both Nightworld and human members is searching for the 4 who can stop the darkness. So that's the whole end of the world thing, and the chosen ones are able to stop it stuff. Again, I don't think the writer, finished that storyline, but it doesn't mean that the books aren't really, really good. Okay, a vampire hunter who's half human stakes her own kind to protect humans in Huntress. Huntress, that's where Jazz is. Jazzy. Okay. In Black Dawn, Maggie stumbles upon an old Nightworld kingdom where the ruling vampire prince is both an enemy and an ally. Oh, I remember that one. Okay, I gotta stop. I'm like it's just like dragging the memories to the forefront, and I gotta focus because I don't have a lot of time for this video this week, guys. And I just okay. I think it's gonna be one of those days. All right. And Circle Dawnbreak hires Keller, a shape-shifting panther, to guard a new wild power in Witchlight. But when Keller falls in love with the wild power soulmate, her love could destroy everything. Oh, that's right. Oh, I can't wait to read these. So, like, these are like nostalgic-filled childhood beloved books that really got me into like loving reading. Like, The Circle was the beginning of it, and these I just devoured, and I was so excited when I saw these. I am a little worried about the bind. I'm gonna have to be really careful not to break this bind because it's just like, well, it's just held together by glue. There's no sewing or anything, so I'm really scared of like breaking these, you know, ruining and losing pages, because these are hefty books. Because they're like, the Nightworld books each are like around 250 pages alone, so like 3 of them together, it's pretty hefty books. So I'll be really careful about that. So that was this week. I didn't actually read any books. I went to the thrift store, and like, you know, if you can, because my thrift store is a local, and I absolutely adore it. And, you know, literally 11 books for $20, you know, because Bitch is on a budget, you know what I mean? And reading books isn't can be an expensive hobby, so I love a good thrift store. I don't have half price books here, and I'm kind of okay with that because again, my local store is local and I feel like they just wouldn't be able to compete. So I'm okay with that. And besides, half price books you can order online. Okay, shh, don't tell anybody. Anyway, so it was a quick one this week. I'm sorry there's probably going to be a lot of cut edits because I'm not very good at editing. Also, I kind of got distracted reading these books when I should have been just showing you guys. Anyway, all right, I don't want to, but it's time for me to get back to the real world. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you later. Bye. Hi, welcome back to the Forgetful Scholar, and this week we're going to chat about books. 2 books. One, a disappointment, and the other, an old favorite because I needed it.